Summer Harvest Tortilla Soup. It is so delicious, and like any soup, it is very versatile for whatever you love, have on hand, or can find in the store. Here's the ingredients we're using for our soup, and this comes from the Oh She Glows Cookbook again, and I'll have that linked in my description box below if you'd like to buy it. We absolutely love this cookbook. For vegetables, we're using corn, which is set aside, red bell pepper, one medium zucchini, and a medium onion. So we're getting our vegetables that need to be chopped all chopped up and ready. Soup is one of my favorite quarantine foods because once you get your soup base, you decide what kind of broth you like. You season it according to any recipe that you can find of seasonings that you enjoy. You can put in whatever vegetables you want. If you're a vegan, stick to the vegetables. If you like meat, choose the meats that you enjoy, and pretty much anything goes when it comes to soup. So it's a great meal when you're having a hard time getting certain supplies in the store. And speaking of quarantine, this is a quarantine cooking challenge that is put on by the Sister Circle, and it is hosted by Denise Jordan of This and That with Denise Jordan and Kenya of Kenya's Decor Corner. I'll have all of the recipe videos from all of the sisters in my playlist below. We have been doing this collab for the past 4 Wednesdays, and they have not failed each week to come up with great recipes. So I know you're going to want to watch these videos in my description box. My favorite part of cooking together with any of my kids, and I do cook with other of my children, these just happen to be 2 who are very comfortable on camera, so they tend to be the ones you see. I just love the time that we can spend chatting and teasing each other and fooling around a little bit while we cook. That's really the best part, is you can have some great conversations and great fun while your mind is focused on chopping and preparing. This is such a beautiful display. We're putting in a heaping tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil in our saucepan and letting that get heated up. Once the oil has had a chance to heat up, we're adding 3 large cloves of garlic, which you can see we just toss it all in. We don't measure. And we are adding in our onion, and we're going to be sauteing that until the onion is translucent. And this would be a good time to add celery if that is something that you enjoy. We do not, so we did not add it in. While our onion and garlic is sauteing, Ava is draining and rinsing our black beans and getting those ready to go. Now that our onion and garlic is sauteed, we're adding in our corn, our zucchini, and our red bell pepper. If you have other vegetables that you enjoy, you would want to add them in now. I could see summer squash being amazing in this. We're stirring our vegetables and we're letting them get heated up and cooked a little bit before we move on to our spices. While our vegetables are cooking a little bit, we're slicing up some white corn tortilla shells. Of course, you could use flour as well. We're choosing to keep this recipe gluten-free, but if that's not a concern and you prefer flour, that works perfectly well as pita bread. Now we're going to lay our corn shells on parchment paper on a cookie sheet. Once the tortillas are laid down, we're spraying them with avocado oil, and then we'll be sprinkling some cumin and garlic powder across the top. And I would also suggest adding salt, and many people enjoy sprinkling some cayenne pepper on there as well. And they're all ready to go. Our vegetables are cooked through, and now we're adding 1 can of diced tomatoes, 3 cups of vegetable broth. To our broth, we're adding 2 teaspoons of ground cumin, 1/2 teaspoon of chili powder. You should also add in 1 full teaspoon of salt, and the recipe calls for 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, which I'm allergic to. Now we're putting in our can of drained, rinsed black beans. We're mixing it all in, and it's time to let it come to a boil and simmer. While our soup simmers, Ava is putting our tortilla strips in her 400-degree oven for about 8 minutes. The tortilla strips are lightly browned on the edges and ready to come out of the oven. And there it is, all ready to be served up. Yvonne's putting the soup in her bowl, and then she's going to put some of the tortilla strips on top, which give it a very flavorful little crunch. Thank you to all the Sister Circle and to Denise and Kenya for hosting. Denise and Kenya's YouTube channels will be listed in my description box below, as well as the playlist. As a reminder, I hope you really love this soup. Please let me know if you're going to try it in the comments section below. And as always, remember that I love you and God loves you too, and I can't wait to see you next time.